I got the chance to go to Japan in May with a friend this year, and let me just say, it was literally epic. I got to ride a bullet train, try so many foods, and do so many cool things. It was honestly the experience of a lifetime. I'm guessing it really wouldn't be that much of a surprise to anyone to say it's been a dream of mine since I was really little to visit Japan someday. I mean, the culture, the food, the technology. Yeah, I just went because I'm obsessed with anime and manga. Since I traveled in May, you might be wondering why am I making a video about it in December? Well, my living situation has been a little complicated and I've been busy with things for the whole summer and after, so I never even got the chance to unpack the things I got. So it was a little late, but these are the things I got while I was in Japan. Completely unintentionally, our trip got pushed back to peak tourist season in May, but let me tell you, I have never been so grateful for a change in travel plans. Me being me with the memory of something with a very bad memory, forgot that the Conan movies are released in April, so there was so much merch for it, everywhere. And I was also very last minute able to book a place for a pop-up Conan cafe in Osaka. You don't even know how hyped I was. I think the theme was Garden Party. It was just so stunning. All the characters and their outfits, oh, so pretty. My friend I traveled with wasn't really into anime, but she was so gracious to go with me as I dragged her along to all my random anime stuff. They gave us these cute little pamphlets with puzzles and little games inside that were all in Japanese, so we couldn't do them. But I kept them anyway. They also had merch to sell, so I bought these postcards to remember it with. I know I probably haven't talked about it much, but Detective Conan, or Case Closed as it's called in English, is my favorite anime of all time. I feel like anyone who's into anime has that one long staple anime that got them hooked and they're permanently attached just forever. That's Detective Conan for me. And it's not just nostalgia. With an ongoing episode count of over 1,000 episodes and a movie released every year, it only continues to get better. This is also one of those series that isn't that popular in the US, but in Japan it's huge. I'm pretty sure 2019, the Conan movie, Fist of the Blue Sapphire, outsold Avengers Endgame in Japan. I mean, Kaito Kid versus every Marvel character? It's not even a competition. I also got this cute little spoon that came with 2 random charms. I'm so glad I got Kaito because I actually got this for my little sister because she likes cooking and Kaito is her favorite character. The other charm I got was Ran. She's just so cute in her little pink dress. And we also got 2 random stickers of the legendary Shinichi himself. One was the teenage version of him, and then one was the Conan version of him. My friend was kind enough to give me hers because she didn't care to keep it. The Detective Conan movie of 2024 was titled The $1 Million Pentagram. And you may be wondering, did I go see a movie in complete Japanese, no subtitles, knowing I wouldn't understand a word of it? Absolutely. I do not understand Japanese, but I surprisingly understood a lot of what was happening. And let me tell you, that end plot reveal still makes me so hyped. Again, shout out to my friend who I again dragged along and sat through 2 hours of complete confusion. Confused while I laughed, confused while I gasped in shock. Yeah, she went through a lot. But the movie was so good. It was so funny, it was so cool and actiony, over the top like all the movies tend to be. So I got the book of it in Japanese so I'd be able to remember my experience. I think I got this book when I was in Ibukuro. This ended up being the only book I got in Japan because I don't like having a lot of stuff and it bothers me to have uncompleted manga volumes, but I'm very happy I got it. Also, when I was checking out, apparently you get a random sticker, and I got Kaza. I'm so happy. The lady checking me out was super nice too. I mean, most people in Japan were nice, but she was extra nice, as she also seemed to be a fan of Detective Conan. After Japan, we also visited South Korea, and I was able to find a Korean version of Pride and Prejudice. It's the only book I'll let myself have multiple copies of because I'm obsessed with it. I have a whole shelf of different editions. They split it into two, and I think they're so cute. I'm glad they say the title in both English and Korean too. And because I'm also obsessed with coffee, another thing I collect is Starbucks mugs from places I've been outside of the US. Thankfully, I was able to find one in both Japan and Korea. I was surprised at the amount of choices I had in Japan. I ended up going with the red and pink one because it stands out a little bit more, and I think it just fits Japan really well. In Korea, I couldn't find one of the Been There series, so I just got a Seoul one instead. And I'm honestly really glad I did because I think it's so pretty and I just love all of the colors on it. These next ones are probably the things that I am the most excited about. While browsing some used anime store, I came across a little figure and I knew I had to get it. I'm not somebody who really collects knickknacks, and I've been purposely avoiding getting into figures, but I really fell in love with these little ones. It's from a collection of shrunk versions of all the characters, and I just think they're so cute. If you don't know what Detective Conan is about, it's about a high school detective who gets shrunk into a little kid. They have multiple versions with different outfits. And I got this Hedgie one that's actually pretty hard to find because he's in his school uniform, so it's a little more than some of the other ones. I also got a little Ran to go with Conan. I'm so glad I found the one of her in normal clothes so she could match him. I also got this really cute one of Kaito Kid. I honestly spent more on these than I normally would, but I really wanted to pick one special thing to get for myself from Japan, so I chose these. This last one I didn't technically get in Japan, but I did get it while I was in Japan. I really wanted a Kazuha in her school uniform to go with Hedgie, so I found one online. This one is one of my favorites. Her dress is just so cute, and the little bow in her hair. I'm so happy I got to find this because Kazuha and Hedgie's relationship is a bigger part in the movie. Plus they're just so stinking cute. Not to mention ridiculously funny. At Sunshine City in Ibukuro, I visited the store called Kittyland. It was a store of kid stuff. But I found this perfect bag with the main trio on the front. I really needed a new bag to carry my books, and I really liked it, so I got it. It might be kind of hard to see at this angle, but I really like that it also has a small pocket inside and also a snap to close it. It's much better quality than any of this style that I've seen before. The last things that I got were a few different postcards. I tried to get one for each city I went to. In Osaka, I got the cafe ones, but this first one I got in Tokyo. I really want to pair this one with a verse, probably one related to the Lion of Judah or something. This next one was in Kyoto. This is actually art of the exact Airbnb we stayed in. It's so cute and it fits the vibe of the place really well. And this last one I actually also got in Tokyo. Another one of my interests besides anime is actually fairy tales. I really just like a good happily ever after, and I have a whole shelf of books dedicated to them, so I got this postcard to put on that shelf. The art of this one is so stunning. I love the colors and just the vibe. It's so fairy tale. Oh, and one last thing I forgot to mention is this little random Hedgie that I won. I keep him on my backpack and he matches so well. Alright, thank you so much for listening to me ramble so long about one of my favorite shows ever. And if you've never watched Detective Conan and you still sat through the whole video, a double thank you. Have you traveled? Is there anywhere you want to go? What do you normally get when you travel? I would love to hear any and all things travel related. Again, thank you so much for watching.